I am Temikosi Colin Msebenti Baba Hlatswayo. Those are all my names, eh? Yes. Temikosi is a name I was given by my mother, both names actually. And Temikosi comes from a need for faith for my mom when she had conceived of me. I found that out because I'm a very curious child. So I asked, why am I called Temikosi? Yeah, and then it just so happened that when she was about to deliver me, that day it just so happened that there was no one around, and ugogo wami ugokuleya xa usho abantu bafala imnyongo amakhanda amadoda. My mother's mom then asked him, "Mntanami manje uzokwenza njani?" Then she said, "Ngithembe inkosi." So then
and that's
became
how you got
my
the
name. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
What I do, or you want to know also just a bit of background about me?
That would be beautiful.
Okay.
Yes.
Cha, mina, this birth I'm talking about took place in Orlando East, Soweto, Baragwanath. That's where I was born.
Yes.
I'm born, of course, my mom is a Baba by surname, Shwabato for the young Makanda Madot.
Wow.
And then Baba wami Sowalala, fortunately his photograph is there. Ubab Joseph Hlatswayo, Haisungwayo Mapenge Tungela Music Put. He's from Swaziland. He was a very handsome man, Makwekwe. They call him Makwekwe. He was a very handsome man. So just like my mother is very beautiful. So yeah, they met there in Orlando East, and then one of us were born. I'm the second born, and grew up in Soweto for a little while. Then quickly, my father had to go back to Swaziland by way of Mkhulu lalapha eBondeni. Mkhulu vela Hlatswayo umhayisongwayo Mapenge Tindela Music Put Ngozi. He asked my father to go back to Swaziland. So then we all left, and then we grew up in Swaziland. Yes, went to Evelyn Bering Primary School, and Eric Rosenberg, now it's a high school, it was a secondary then, a school that was initiated by my grandfather, and I then finished my high school at Meta Dolorosa in Bavani in Swaziland. Yeah. Then when I finished high school, I came here. Miss my mother. Well, I wanted to pursue. There was this idea when I was young that I want to be a doctor. So I tried to do matric here because we do O-level in Swaziland. I found that I needed to matric. When I was doing matric, I was doing after class, in Soweto. So this was a night school kind of.
Wow. And
it just so happened that my uncles organized me a job, so that during the day I'm working, and then evening I'm going to class. Then it so happened that I'm a curious kid, so I discovered a YMCA in Soweto, Young Men's Christian Association. It had a library. That was the first thing that drew me to it, because I was studying, so I needed to go to the library from time to time. And then I discovered activities
were taking place there.
Yes. And one of the activities became dance.
Wow.
Then I was hooked in this dance ever since then. Yes. That's where I met my friend Mikitsi Gwena.
Wow. Nice.
Back as 1986, yeah.
Yes.
Wow. I think that's when everything changed. Yeah, I didn't pursue my matric anymore. I think I scared my mom
when you decided to stop.
My dad was very unhappy with me, and I had to prove myself with this thing that I say is dance. What is this thing? We must do something serious. And then, I got hooked with this dance. But now, because I was in the hands of my friend, the late Jackie Smela, who's the one who was leading the whole dance school.
Yes.
It's now called Soweto Dance Theatre.
Yes.
They named it that. At the time, they were called the Whiz Kids. I'm thankful to those two initiatives because I got access to culture, more culture, art, you know, and they were very caring. I don't want to say a group of people, but a gathering of amazing souls and spirits who were gifted in dance and acting. Some of them, one of them is still on television.
Yes.
Others are doing other things. And so they became my second home.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's
you know,
beautiful.
I even quit the job that my uncle got me after a year. So everybody was, what is going on
with your life?
Myself, I didn't know. But I think the spirit was also playing a role here. Because at that time, I didn't even know about this part of me now that is Umkhulu. Yeah, yes. So I think they were just introducing me to all the ingredients.
Beautiful, beautiful. Just saying to that was a beautiful actually introduction. That was a beautiful journey that you had to undertake in order for you to be where you are today.
Yes.
And thank you so much for sharing that with me.
Of course.
So just saying that it was a way you didn't understand what was happening at that time to come to where you are now. Because we have this African term which we're saying the calling.
Yeah.
Would you say that was the calling? And if that was a calling, can we maybe unpack of that title saying the calling? What is it all about?
Yeah.
And how did it happen for you?
Yeah.
Yes.
You see, for me, in retrospect, now I can put the dots, connect the dots.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, I had Ngisakhula ngisesemncane.
Yes.
I had a back pain, a very strange back pain. I still do have that pain, and I was like, it was very painful for me. So my mother decided, let me take him somewhere. So they took me somewhere in Soweto. When by this time I was already in Swaziland, so I would come and visit. So when one of my visits, I went there. And then this mother, the Mama Law, who was whom my mom was consulting. She said, "Yo, the mtwana is going to be big one day. Mkhulu lo muntu." I wasn't even hearing that. That's what my mother is relating to me, and she confirms now that you see this imaging that. So that's what it meant. So yeah, the calling would be for me, that pathway that just guides you to a particular direction, spiritually and closer to the ancestors. But you'll be amazed because for me, this is very recent. It's hardly 3 years. It all happened here in this flat. Wow. That's where the spirit unraveled itself and exposed itself to me. Yes. I got a hell of a shock.
Wow.
One occasion for me was I'd started dreams, strange dreams. Yes. And these dreams, when they happen, for some reason, they stick around with me the whole time in my mind.
Yes.
I dream, sometimes I even forget that I dreamt. But these ones, they were there.
Stay with you.
With me, yeah. Most of them were lions, hey?
Yes.
Whew, yeah, some of them were scary because I was afraid of these lions.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I remember 3 distinct ones. And then one day I was sleeping in my bedroom there and I got a visitation by way of dream.
Yes.
By pythons, 2 pythons. Yeah, they call themselves there. I said, what is this? Man, what's going on? Then one day this load shedding business, right, causes that the flat didn't have water.
Okay.
So one day I come back from work, I go to the bathroom, I open my tap. And then the phone rings this side.
Yes.
So I was checking for the water if it's back. So it was not back.
Yes.
So I quickly came to the phone.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I talk a long time. It was a very serious thing. It needed me to open the laptop and then. So I forgot about what happened in the bathroom.
The bathroom.
Close my laptop. I'm in the kitchen. I'm eating quickly.
Yes.
And then I lay down here on the
Yes.
sofa
Yes.
because I didn't want to fall asleep,
Yes.
deep sleep, because I was catching a plane.
Yes.
Early in the morning, I was going to wake up at about 3 to take a shower, and then at
Yes.
4, my shuttle comes.
Yes.
So right at that time, at about 3, I wake up, and then I step my foot on the floor. Then I feel, like, in fact, as I'm waking up, I hear like, I'm thinking, is it raining?
Yes.
And then I step so that I can go
Check,
and,
yes.
hey, I realize,
There's water.
what is happening,
Oh.
Yeah, so
The tape that was left. Okay.
so, and for me, that was also another visitation of
Yes.
the water spirits.
The water
'cause I've
spirit.
been joining
Oh,
a lot
yes.
of them. Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
Wow.
So I then went to ask or to Hlola.
Yes.
I went to consult with
Yes.
about 3 people, and in 3 different ways they said the same thing.
The same thing.
Yes. And then,
That's beautiful. So, just taking to that, discovering that you are now being called Mukulu. There are those called Gogo, there are those called Sangomas, and there's quite a lot of names that we encounter in this African spirituality.
Yes.
So, with that all said, do you say the work that is linked, or the titles given to spiritual guiders as Gogo, Mukulu, Sangomas are all the same, or is it particularly for a specific reason, or maybe they differ in different maybe goals or areas of life?
Look, the spirit is one spirit,
Yes.
right? But the Mkulu is Mkulu, like as we know, Mkulu, grandfather.
Yes, a grandfather.
And Gogo as we
As a
know,
grandmother.
grandmother. Yes. So when they say Mkulu, it means the spirit that is with you, the prominent one, is Mkulu.
Yes.
When they say Mkulu, it means it's your grandfather
Father,
spirit.
yes.
Yeah. And then if it's your grandmother, then they will say Gogo.
Yes.
So in my case,
Yes.
it's Mkulu.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw 4 of them. Yeah.
4.
Yes.
Wow. So that is from.
But there's a prominent one in the
that
4.
takes part and guides you through everything.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. So as a Mukulu, each and every Mukulu work differently.
Yes,
and each and every Mukulu or Gogo have a specific gift that has been given to them. So what is the gift that you think this was the gift that I received from my Mukulu?
Yes. One of them, okay, it's 2.
Yes.
One prominent gift is the awakening of the Africanness of African people, to awaken that spirit in us.
Yes.
That's one hell of a task that
It's a lot.
I'm given to
Wow. It's a lot. Yes.
travel through the continent and deal with it.
Wow,
Yes,
that's
it's
beautiful.
I really appreciate that.
Yes.
The other prominent ones, I don't know which one is first, which one is second, so they both is Umkhulu Wamayeza, meaning Umkhulu who works with herbs.
Herbs. Oh.
So in other words, Ngiligehla. The Mkhulu that is in me, Ngiligehla. He's the spirit that guides me. He's Mkhulu who works with
herbs.
medicine.
Medicine.
Yes.
So you are a healer.
Yes.
Wow.
And
You are a doctor. Yes.
Now you say that.
You are a doctor. And remember, you just said your goal was to become a doctor. But the thing is, I think the doctor you wanted to be was a wrong path. The doctor that needed to take part was this doctor.
One,
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that's where the confusion was. You were already, you were aware of your purpose in life.
Yes.
But because the same word doctor
Yeah.
leads to so many other fields,
Exactly.
and I think you got confused with the other field, and that's why it took you into so many other
I think
roads
so.
to bring you back to the one that belongs to you.
Absolutely.
So that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So,
Ngiligehla,
so So when you discovered that, did you
Yeah.
need to take initiation, or you just told yourself, this is what is happening, I know that I'm a doctor, and then you start maybe working, the spirit started guiding you? Because there are those who receive those dreams, those who receive that calling of saying now is a gogo or a mukulu that has taken over. So now, do you really need to undertake an initiation for you to say, now I know what I'm doing, or you let the spirit of that mukulu or gogo guide you?
Makos,
Yes.
it is the spirit that guides me
Yes.
at this point in time. And when I was also consulting that
Yes.
in the 3 consultants, it emerged very, very, very prominent. Because when I was now asking, should I go for initiation? Because I haven't dreamt any of that. They said, no, you're not going to go there, because what is going to come to you is either you drink the medicines or you will find a guide
Yes.
who already works with the herbs that
Yes.
your grandfather wants you to learn.
Yes.
And actually, I found that person even before these dreams happened.
Wow.
And I didn't know
No.
that I've already met him.
Yes.
Only when, because we always, we were in the bus, we're talking about African things and
Yes.
these herbs. He
Yes.
works with herbs,
Herbs, yes.
right? So he would tell me he's doing cancer herbs, he's doing this kind of a herb,
Yes.
and this and that,
Yes.
bones, this. So I would ask him, just
Yes.
before, like 5 years ago,
Yes.
before this,
The knowledge of everything.
only when these dreams are occurring,
Yes.
I don't even think about him.
Yes.
And then only when I'm now wearing
Mkulu, yes.
he sees me and says, that is why.
That's
Then,
where we've been.
yes,
Yes.
then we became like that, and
Friends
then it
again.
became my
Yes.
Kobela, who is my guide in the herbs.
Herbs.
But I do have a Kobela who's my guide in the spirituality.
Fertility as well.
Like
Yes.
because I've got the Mandawa spirit, so I do have a Kobela who is my guide on the Mandawa spirit, so that I know how to walk
Carry
that,
everything.
that path.
Wow,
of
that's
course.
beautiful. Thank you so much. That's very, very, very much as you're saying that, the dots, and I start following them, and it becomes a whole road
course.
that is leading you toward discovering the person that you needed to be.